For this Madden Tips video breakdown, we show a run defense that we like to call against the inside zone run plays that you'll find in Madden 24. The defense we show is effective against inside zone plays as both inside linebackers can stop the run. This is convenient since there's no need to be concerned about whether the offensive play has been flipped. This defense works against any formation, whether it's under the center, pistol, or gun formations. The 3-4 Under Weak Blitz 1 is a cover 1 defense that features 5 pass rushers, 5 defenders in man coverage, and a strong safety playing the deep middle. Here is a list of the defensive playbooks you will find the 3-4 Under Weak Blitz 1 in. For this video breakdown, we use the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. The only coach adjustment that we're going to make for this play is going to be to turn the auto flip defensive play off. The X Factor superstar player that we feature in this video breakdown is Tampa Bay Buccaneers Lavonte David. His X Factor is run stuffer, and his 3 superstar abilities are lurker, deflator, and mid-zone KO. The only substitution that we want to make is to use the package adjustment called middle linebacker flip, and the only reason that we're going to do this is that we want to put Lavonte David in at the right inside linebacker. So by doing so, he'll line up here rather than over here. Now, to be honest with you, you got White on the other side. He's just as good. He's actually faster. But for the purpose of this video breakdown, that's what we're going to do. Hey, Madden gamers, do me a favor. Subscribe, like, share, and post a comment if you're enjoying this content. Now back to the video breakdown. The 3-4 Under Weak Blitz 1 is real simple to set up as far as defending against the inside zone run plays. And all you need to do is press left on the D-pad, and that's going to bring up the defensive line adjustments. Next, you want to press up on the right stick for slant outside. Now, sometimes I'll just do that twice just to make sure this happens when I'm in practice mode, such as what you're seeing on your screen. And then you want to take control of David. Now, remember, we went ahead and packaged him, so now where he lines up at the right inside linebacker position. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stack him up behind the right end as you look at your screen. Now what's going to happen once the ball is snapped, we're going to stay in control of him, but he's going to end up basically on his own shooting through this A gap, and he'll end up blowing up the running back as the running back comes in this direction here on the run play there. So that's the way the play is designed as far as on the offensive side of things. So let's go ahead and run this. And there you can see I blow up the play with David as he shoots through the A gap. Let's look at the X and O's of the play. From the top-down view, we get a better idea exactly how this play works as far as blowing up the inside zone run plays. And by slanting the defensive line out and then taking control of David, such as where you see him lined up here, where we got him stacked up behind the right end, this is going to allow him to shoot through this A gap and essentially just blow up the run, such as what you just saw here. And makes it real effective, to be honest with you. And the way the offensive line blocks as far as run blocking is concerned, you'll have this guy right here, which is going to be the left tackle. He'll block the right outside linebacker. And then to the inside of him, which is the left guard, he's going to look to block this guy right here, which is the right end. And then as we continue on here across the line of scrimmage here, you've got the center. Now, the center initially is going to help double block the nose tackle. But at one point, he's going to basically go to the second level and look to block the left inside linebacker. So that's kind of where the blocking's shaping up to that side of the field there as you look at it. And as you can see, just much like if you were to blitz, as they were, say, pass the ball, it's kind of the same idea here. We're just looking to blow up, rather than blow up the quarterback, we're looking to blow up the running back, and this is what we're doing here. So as we go through this, you'll see it here is basically what I just diagrammed. You can see right there, he shoots right through the A gap, and that's what we're looking for. And unfortunately, the center, as I just pointed out just a second ago, he doesn't look to block over towards the left here and pick up the blitzing or pick up David right there. Instead, he ends up going up to the second level where the other linebacker's at, the other inside linebacker, and looks to block him. And that's what happens there. That's what makes this play so effective as far as against these inside zone run plays, is that basically David is hidden or stacked up behind that right in, and plus again we slant that defensive line out, which makes it real effective. Now what I want to show you, you don't necessarily, next one I'm going to show you next is you don't necessarily have to stack David right behind the right end. That's what I'm going to show next. All right, essentially we're going to do the exact same setup, but this time we are not going to stay in control of David. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and slant the defensive line out just like we did earlier. Make sure you do it twice, especially for an instant replay. That way you get that look right there. And then you're going to take control of David. Now, remember earlier I told you to stick him right up behind here and stay in control of him. Instead, what I want you to do is take control of him and get him right here and then just release him and then switch off to whatever defender else you want to switch off to. In this case, I'm going to switch off to the strong safety here. That way I can help control the deep zone area, or I can bring him up in the box a little closer if I want, help defend the run. So you're going to get the same results here. That linebacker is still going to shoot right through that A gap as we run this. So as you guys watch this, again, he's going to run right through that A gap. And again, he's going to blow up the runner as he comes through in this area here, such as what you're about to see here. So let's go ahead and run it and you'll see what I mean here. See right there, we still get the same results as we got before. And this time, rather than being in control of David, now I can control a free safety or strong safety in this case. Let's go ahead and look at this once again in the X's and O's of the play. Now, obviously, the key difference here from what I showed initially where I had David stacked up behind the right end, this time he's lined up about 3 to 4 yards off, in this case, actually about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. But at any rate, it's basically the same results. Now, the reason I want to show this to you is if you don't do what I just did earlier where I manually moved him and then released him, then he won't be quite close enough for this to work. So you have to take control of him. You want to go ahead and move him up into this area here and then release him so he goes back into that area there, such as what you see on your screen. And that's going to be the key to this, where you can switch off to another defender. In this case, as I pointed out earlier, I switched off to the strong safety, and I can go ahead and take away some of those other pass routes that if they were to go ahead and, pass the ball rather than run it. And right there, you can see there that we get the same results. Now I want to show you one more thing with this. One of the cool things about running the 3-4 under weak blitz 1 against the inside zone run plays is that you can actually flip the defense and you're still going to have the same success. For example, here, let's take a look at this one. This time I'm going to run it against a different offensive play, but the same scheme. It's going to be this inside zone play, but this time we're going to find it out of the gun wing stack. Now I want to show you, we're going to get the same results, but this time I'm going to flip the play. And rather than being David, as you remember earlier, he ends up getting in there. It's actually going to be White who's actually going to end up getting to the running back. So let's flip it right here as you look at your screen. And the rest of the setup is the same thing. You're just going to go ahead and slant the defensive line out, such as what I'm showing on your screen there. And then you want to take control of White. You're going to go ahead and put him in this position here next to the nose tackle, release him, and then switch off to the safety there. And the results are going to be the same thing. Let's go ahead and run the play here, and you'll see the same thing happen right there. And White gets in there pretty quickly as well. Matter of fact, White's actually faster than David, which makes this play even much more effective. So again, just going to go ahead and flip the defense here. Go ahead and slant the defensive line out. Take control of White in this case here as we get him right here. Move him inside here next to that nose tackle. Switch off to the safety and do what you want to do with the safety, and you'll get the same results here as far as getting to the running back. So this is something else you guys can run that's going to allow you guys to defend the inside zone run plays, because this is one of those defenses that doesn't matter who comes in, you can flip it or run it as is, and you're still going to get the same results. So I hope this is something that I hope you hear as far as with that. Now what I want to do is I want to show this under center against one of the single back formations that run the inside zone. Not only can you run the 3-4 under weak blitz 1 as far as blowing up these inside zone run plays from the gun formations, you can also run it against some of the under center formations. In particular, this one I'm about to show right here as you look at your screen right here, which is a single back wing tight halfback inside zone play. Let's go ahead and run that. And I'm going to do the same setup as I've done before. So we'll slant the defensive line out, such as you look at your screen. Next thing you're going to do is take control of David, move him next to that nose tackle, release him, switch off to the safety. Now the results should be the same here, where he basically goes right through that A gap and then blows up the running back. Let's run it and see what happens here. And you can see right there, we end up getting to the running back. So that's really nice right there. And the other thing that's cool about this is, as before, you can still flip the defense if you so choose, such as what I'm about to do here. Slant the defensive line out and take control of, in this case, we'll take control of White. As you look at it, go ahead and move him into this area here next to the nose tackle, release him, switch off to a safety of your choosing. In this case, I'll do the free safety this time. And this time, White, who will blow through the A gap between the center and the right guard and get the same results in most cases. Sometimes he might get blocked, but most of the time he shoots through, such as what you just saw on your screen. I want to close things out by showing you two more different defenses that you can run out of the 3-4 under. That'll pretty much get you the same results. The very first one here I want to show is the zone version of the Weak Blitz 1, and this one is called Weak Blitz 3. If you set this one up the exact same way that I've shown here in this video breakdown, you'll pretty much have the same success. It works against the under center formations. It works against the gun formations. It also works as a flip. So just keep that one in mind. The other one I want to show doesn't necessarily work as well, but it's one you might want to take a look at, and it's going to be this defense right here, which a lot of us run anyways. It's going to be this pinch buck 0. It works pretty much the same way. To go ahead and do the setup, like I said, it's just not quite as consistent. So hopefully, guys, this will give you guys something you guys can look at that's going to allow you to go ahead and stop these inside run zone plays that you might be running into here in Madden 24.